What's up, guys? Rabbit's back again with another video, and today we're going to do a little mod on the old turntable here, the second Magnavox. I'm going to turn it into a componentry stereo. What we're going to chop that cabinet off there, keep just the amp and the turntable box, put the auxiliaries on it, well, most of which are already on it. I've already done those mods. It's got cats checking shit out. I have the Sawzall over here, which isn't going to be easy going, seeing as how I need a new blade. Cat, you gotta go somewhere. In order to power this unit separately, and it's off the box so it can be used entirely by itself, I have a 14.2 volt transformer here, and salvage a switch from a previous device that I was working on. But yep, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing with this baby today. Cutting this part of the box off, keep all this, speakers, everything, you know, stuff we only need for it to work. The rest of this is going out in the trash. Plus I have the other machine like this, as you guys have probably seen off my previous videos. This is the first part out of a couple part series, so I got a couple hours to kill to do this. As of the recording of this video, it is Saturday, May 6th, 2017. Well, let's chop down the rest of this baby. Start chopping. Already got auxiliary ports here on the back that I put in a while ago. Got the one in the front. I will be eliminating my little speaker connections here on the terminals, hinges, whatever you want to call them. But other than that, let's get started. Let's start by removing the box. This has to be out of the way. Pull these two screws out, real easy to do. The whole thing will come out. That'll only take me a minute to do. Make sure you guys can get in there and see what's going on. If everything cooperates properly, this shouldn't take too long either. Now, one thing I am pointing out, I'll get you guys off the tripod here. I do plan on salvaging these, because these are now going to are the feet on the turntable. I mount them on here, so it's got something to rest on. So all four of these are going to be salvaged. Which also just come out with basic screws. Pretty simple. Hopefully this ain't too long of a video, but hey, some people like the long ones, some like the short ones. Entirely up to you. So if you're following so far, see it from start to finish. It's being stubborn. It's alright. Nice to get that out. That's not a good sign. Actually, exact opposite of a good sign. I may have to come up with some different feet. Look at that. Thing's busted. I mean, it may work for now, but I'm gonna have to come up with something else. So you never know what you're gonna run into when working on these machines. Well, 3 out of 4 are good. Now that that's removed, I'm going to cut this box. Cut as close as possible all along here. Maybe I'll plug that hole later. It'll take too long. These feet will be saved because I'll probably be put on here. Right. And I can take that off after I cut it right. That gives it some stability. This. Bring it all over here where I got the Sawzall. Not exactly the best Sawzall, but it'll do the job. Both because it's a shitty Sawzall and the blade's no good. I gotta get a new blade. In a good position here. Sorry about the jitterness. If everything cooperates properly, should have no problems. I'm going to pull the system out before I do any more of that on there. At least at the moment, just for safety. Oh, forget it. We'll just cut right through it. Save us some time, right? Hell with it. The hell with it. Power. Now, the reason why I salvaged this switch is because I'm going to hook it up in a sense where the power supply will be hooked up on one terminal, the amp will be hooked up in the center, and the turntable power supply will be on the opposite terminal. So when you're flipped into one mode, you just plug the stereo in and use it as normal, because I'm going to put a power switch on the front as well. When you flip in the other mode, the way it's going to work is it's going to bypass the power switch on the front of the stereo, and it's going to use the power supply coming from the turntable box instead. That way you turn on and off the old way with the power switch on the turntable box. It won't cause any shorts or anything, because this is going to be disconnecting the power supply I'll be putting in. When it's in the one mode, it's going to be connecting that and disconnecting the turntable power supply. That's the whole point of that. Let's hope this thing cooperates, huh? So I can't get you on a good shot on it. Really careful on these wires. I don't want to hit those. Kind of need them. See, my blade ain't looking all that good. Pretty beat up. New blade. Time for a whole damn new sawzall too. Now this thing's built up with just fiberboard, so this should cut through it like butter. Chip all that off. Make sure you guys are still in the shot here. Yep. Normally I wouldn't do this with such an old machine, but I got two of these machines, and this one I'm modding, so. Oh, ain't that a shame. I hit a wire. That's okay. Nothing we can't fix. the component we want. It's going to sit just like this. I'll probably chop this down more so I can try to get more flush here. But other than that, I did nick a wire, as you can see. Let's see if I can't get that in that shot. Right there, I did nick one wire, but it's not a big deal. It can be repaired. You just splice it back together. Same with the power cord. I seem to nick it, but again, I can fix that. Cut and splice. There's plenty of length wire to work with. That's one reason why I'm keeping these feet too. I'm going to move one over a few inches. Put the other one over here so it's got something to stand on. I will be removing these hinges on the side here because I ain't going to need them no more. The rest of this, it's trash. It also frees me up a little bit of space too in the bedroom. Turntable's going to sit something like that. And you have the two speakers on the sides. And I'll be able to move the stereo wherever I want it. Put the box wherever I need it. Same with the speakers. Most of that cord that I accidentally nicked, most of that's going to be gone. That's one reason why I'm not too worried about it. I just didn't want to damage it in case if I need it for other purposes. But most of it's going to be gone. It's not even going to be needed. I'm going to put regular RCA jacks. Get out of here, cat. RCA output jacks on the back of the turntable and run them up to the amp. Who knows, maybe I might even upholster that unit just to make it look a little nicer. We will see how it goes. That's how it'll pretty much sit. I mean, that'll be bumped up a few inches because it'll be on feet, but other than that, that's pretty much how it's going to sit. See how this will look with the feet on the unit. Funny, screws like to be stubborn, don't they? One screw just does not want to come out. It's rotating, but it don't want to go nowheres. One problem with these old machines like this. The screws have been in them so long in certain positions, fiber cord falls apart, they become like a stripped screw. pry it out. Ain't that long on the screw either. Yeah, go now. Come on. Grip. I don't want to break this foot. Come on. Should be unscrewing. Instead, it's just spinning. Pry this sucker out. Ah, that's a good reason why it wouldn't come loose. It was stuck in the collar that holds it in there. The collar is what was spinning, not the screw. That's what it was doing, a little rotation in there. There's the other foot that's going to go on there. That's metal too. See, they built shit better back then. They weren't afraid to go expensive. Now everything's all this cheap Chinese crap. I think I may use self-tapping screws. Pick up any size screws at local hardware stores. See what that amp looks like with it. Right, this one. And if y'all don't know what a self-tapping screw is, I know most of you probably do, but in case if you don't, here's a regular screw. Just got the flat point on the end. A self-tapping screw has an actual point. You push on that as you go to screw it in, and it'll create its own threads. So just for the ones out there who aren't understanding of that, most of you probably do know what that is. But you never know, every once in a while there's those people who don't. I have to keep them informed, you know. Since all this is learning for everybody. Don't worry, the power supply will be inside. Not gonna leave that dangling out. Up as much as possible. There we go. Looks pretty nice. I'd say it looks pretty good. I'll probably use self-tappers for those feet on the turntable as well. Just makes sense. Drill their own holes. Keep a little light, yeah. Clips. Useless. They didn't do much before anyways, it just guaranteed that it was locked in place.
I just noticed you got a record player, huh? Oh, sorry.
So, that's pretty much the idea of how it's going to look when it's done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more later. Like. And rabbits out.